Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Game From Scratch, and today we have not one but two Unity releases. You may notice I sound a little weird. I'm actually on vacation, so I'm going to keep this video a little bit short, and then on top of that, yeah, I'm using a different mic in a different environment. Sorry for how I sound. Anyways, back to Unity. The first one we've got is Unity 6.4 just dropped today. Truth of the matter is, it's not the most exciting release you've ever seen. There's not a lot that I can demo for this particular release of Unity 6.4, simply because there's not really that much shiny and new in it, as we'll see in the release notes in just a second. If you head on over to the Unity Hub, you will find that it is available there. It is 6.4. This is marked as a supported release. It means you should be able to upgrade to it. It will get updates. It's just not going to get updates like you get with an LTS release. In terms of what's here, well, there's not much. So we have the full release notes available right here. There are some neat things here, things like the ability to create sprite atlases at runtime. We've got dynamic overlay panels, so a nice update to the way that the UI works. Definitely going to be improvements there. It's nice. We've also got grid and snapping workflow improvements, so little usability things are in there. But when we go to the discussions page for Unity, the 6.4 release, we got a bit of an overview of what they view as the highlights of this particular release, and you're going to get an idea of what this release is all about. And a lot of it is laying the foundation. The release that we're all kind of excited about is Unity 6.8, which right now is 4 quarters away. So we're going to have 6.5, 6.6, 6.7, and then 6.8, each one of those at 3 months in duration apiece, before we finally get to the 6.8 release, which is going to have .NET Core standardized on the URP pipeline and all that other magic. What 6.4 is doing is setting the roadmap for that. So the one thing that they've done is ECS used to be available as a package. Now Entity Component System is considered part of the engine itself. This again is working towards Core CLR in that 6.8 reach coming up. Another thing that they've done is Project Auditor is also now built in by default. So they've moved some of the rules over into packages. So it uses rules to analyze your project. And then as part of the change, they moved those into a new package as well, com.unity Project Auditor rules, which means they continue to add new rules as they go forward, but the Project Auditor itself is considered a core part of Unity. Next up, we've got a couple of Matchmaker improvements there, updates to the Matchmaker dashboard in there. Then we've got access to the Matchmaker logs through the Unity dashboard. Then Unity Core Standards, new prompts for unsigned packages. Unity Core Standards is going to be kind of a universal gatekeeper. So if you add an asset in a way other than through the asset store, this gives it a way of identifying itself and proving itself as being safe. So they're building on the core standards. In package managers, they've added a pop-up during the package installation to provide users with important information to make safer decisions for their projects. Pop-up requires users to acknowledge and proceed with installing unsigned packages, etc. It's basically a gateway to doing extensions and add-ons and packages, etc. for Unity Engine. We also have improvements to adaptive performance, custom scalar workflow improvements. This is on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series S, and that is it. That is where they summarize the highlight new features here. So not a lot in Unity 6.4 to get excited about, at least in terms of the world of marquee and exciting new features. Yeah, that's kind of it. There's also a couple of other things. If you go through the release notes, there's like direct storage support in this release, etc. But again, probably the most boring Unity release we've ever seen. But at the same time, this is building towards Unity 6.8, which is the release we've been waiting for ages. The other thing is they're not promising a bunch of new stuff and then failing to deliver. So I guess that's good. The other release we just had was Unity Studio. Now I got to be honest, so the vast majority of Unity Studio is not going to be for you, because this is aimed more at enterprise. If you're doing like a showroom demo or factory prototype, that kind of stuff. This ties into CAD systems, business intelligence system, that kind of stuff. And it's, again, aimed more at enterprise. It is a very interesting project, though, because this is basically a lightweight version of Unity. In fact, it was initially called Unity Lite, that runs entirely in the browser. So if you're creating these interactive store and configurator type experiences, that is what this is all about. But it's also got visual programming built in here. And this would also be like an amazing Unity games introduction. Unfortunately, they're not marketing that way, so this is, again, not for most of you. But the interesting thing is Unity Studio is now generally available, and we also have an idea of what it's going to cost. And for many of you, it's definitely not going to be for you because this has enterprise pricing. So as you can see here, Unity Studio annual plans prepaid are $800 a year. So Unity Studio is officially here as well. Again, not for the majority. But if you're interested in learning a little bit more about it, for example, you can see this is the Scratch-like visual programming language they have going for it. There is a lot to love with Unity Studio if they aimed this at game developers, at beginners or at learners or something like that, and then gave a migratory path over to full Unity. It's not the route that they've taken with that. So Unity Studio is, again, mostly a side project, something of mild interest to many of you. So the key thing here is, of course, the new Unity 6.4 release. You may have noticed the title screen. That is from a game called Den of Wolves being created in Unity 6. Something, if you were wondering what that visual came from. And this release, again, there is a bunch of small stuff here. Direct storage support is in there on Windows platforms. For example, you should be able to faster speed up from the drive, and a bunch of other smaller things here. Again, direct storage support is in there for reading from certain kinds of drives directly, which should give you performance improvements there as well. But for the most part, this is a pretty minor release. But let me know what you think. Unity 6.4, Unity Studio, and I'm going back to my vacation. Again, sorry about the terrible audio. That's the price you pay. All right, that's it. I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.